how do we keep helping the player that needs a little more forgiveness, a little more speed? So now we move to T200.
T200, all right.
Here we're introducing a little more technology. So we have our Max Impact system in here, which is all under the
Is that
hood.
named after me?
Oh, sure, yeah, partially, yeah.
It also is Marnie's initials. I mean,
Yeah, I've been accused of that too. Under the hood here, there's three things that make up Max Impact. So there's a structural support, which houses a polymer core, and we have what we call the L-face. It's a face insert made of that spring steel that we talked about earlier, that SUP10. The face gives you speed. The core controls that speed and also controls the sound and
Less
feel.
ting is?
Less ting.
Okay.
And then the structural support, you know, kind of ties it all together into the body, right? So,
Okay.
and then what you see on the back here as well, you'll notice that this is an engineered polymer back here. So what used to be metal is now a polymer. So that allows us to free up more weight and place it to even more tungsten in this club so we can get that CG down, get that MOI up by pushing it out, out to the heel.
Again, I mean, because I haven't hit it yet, I'm just shocked at what it looks like. They all look like you mentioned, just so similar. This top line might be a shade thicker overall than the other one, but it's like by a millimeter.
Right. Still going for, you know, a look that you guys would say, hey, it looks pretty darn good.
It looks really good.
Yeah, we'll actually end up having some of these in play on tour.
I bet.
And now when we started with T100, we were at like 85-ish grams of tungsten there. And then we went to T100S, we moved up into the 90s. Now you're in 100+ grams of tungsten on average.
There's that launch.
Now we're covering close to 90.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's so soft too, like it doesn't look like it's going forever.
Well, and the cool part is not spinning more than yours, it's just launching higher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's high.
Your ball speed just keeps going up. You went
you can
30,
feel
33, 33, 35 on that one. That
I
was
feel what you guys are talking about with the blades. It feels like one piece. Like it feels like one piece of metal.
More
and then
solid.
as it's been going more, you could feel a little bit more behind it as you hit it. And these definitely obviously feel like the most behind it, but I don't get like near as much of like the high pitched hit as you would typically hear. It still feels, it's a little different of a click, but it's not a big change. It wouldn't be something to get used to.
Right?
Yeah, it's just
still good.
Yeah, you just hear a little bit more of the golf ball, I guess.
We actually have a basically outdoor recording studio where they put mics down and measure frequency.
Yeah.
And when it hits it too high a pitch, it send it back and turn the volume down.
That makes a lot of sense. You could tell though, because these are very quiet for how much I can actually feel the golf ball. Okay, that went forever.
That's max impact there.
What's normal 5 cover?
I mean, 05 to 10.
So not 29?
No. That's closer to my 7 wood.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. You know, we might be able to get one of these.
I might just need a 5 iron.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So
would you rather hit a 5 iron or a 7 wood?
Well, later we're going to hit the 3, which, you know, obviously you've had before, but part of the feedback from you guys was that utility iron was good, but what if I could get just a little more launch out of it and a little better feel?
229, huh? This is borderline funny how easy that is.
Well, you're able to realize everything we put into that thing, you know?
Like a good crack.
Sounds
not like
hard, yeah.
That's why it's fun to watch guys like you hit these products because we can immediately see what
difference.
Yeah, what's been put into them. Mm-hmm.
So this is like a cool part. Again, you got to picture the player it's for. I know you hit all those fairly solid, but not maybe perfect. 146.8, 145.9, 145.7 ball speed,
unreal.
And they're coming out at the same height and basically carrying the same.
That's wild.
All right, we'll do one more because you're hitting them all exactly the same. There's only so much screenshots we can do.
He's proven the consistency.
Yeah. I want to hit one.
Go for it.
Yep.
Yeah. Holy hell. They're very easy to hit. Like, very easy. As you mentioned with the ball speed, it doesn't change.
227 carry, 112 feet. I mean, that's the crazy part is even when you hit hard, I mean, it's landing. That's stopping anywhere.
That's crazy. That ball speed is insane. That ball speed's bananas. Man.
The goal is to make the best feeling irons.
Yeah.
So how do we take that one-piece feel of an MB and give it to everybody?
Yeah.
Because they need technology, they need ball speed, they need launch, they need forgiveness. So Marty's got to move weight around, but how do we keep pulling the reins in and go make that feel like a one-piece forging?
So the first thing I always hear is, oh, I don't like it. It's too high pitched, or it's too big. I don't want to play a, what do people call it? Game improvement iron. Like, it's just like an ego thing, but they don't want to do it. And I will honestly say these all look really, the biggest one I've hit so far looks like my old CB, which wasn't big. It was, that was still in the family of a blade. It's just wild, and I know I'm picky about the top line, and all the top lines look almost exactly like my 7-iron in my bag right now, so it's kind of wild. And then you hit it, and you could hear and feel a little bit of a difference, but it's not big enough where it would be something you couldn't get used to, or that would be annoying, that I think people would come back and be like, oh no, I think they would like it because it does have that, like,
right.
Oh, I hit that one.
It's actually
far.
positive.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's positive.
It's fast,
yeah.
Right?
It's not like the, everybody knows that ting noise that
like
it
you said,
doesn't
it's like,
sound
it feels like you pounded it.
Yeah, I mean, you hit it, you don't even need to look, up at the ball. You kind of smashed it. That's the name of the game for, the Sunday golfer.
But you hit the nail on the head with the two things, look and feel. It's like, these are two things that are so important that players can take either one of them or both of them and not want to play the club. If it doesn't look the way they want it to look, it's out of the bag. Or if it doesn't feel the way or sound the way they want it to sound, they're not going to play it.
And even this shaping, we brought some out to Europe, Corn Ferry Tour, and got feedback from players on, hey, can this thin out a little bit? Marnie had different backing materials that's distracting. So it was, how do I take an engineered polymer and make it look like a whole metal golf club?
Yes. The guys who play golf here and there, they just want a club that makes, what is it, a parking lot scratch golfer? They want to be a parking lot scratch golfer, and they want it feel like they're hitting it hard. And like, that's what this is doing, like, to the tee. And that's the fun part. That was a really good pun because it's a T200. But that's the whole point, is like, you want to, you don't play enough golf to, like I said, sit there and know all about the spins and the misses and, oh, I mishit it and it's one club short. No, that's frustrating. If you're an average golfer, you're just trying to go out there and enjoy yourself. And if you can hit it high and hard, or high and far, and it look like, a really good golf club, I mean, that would be like, that's the perfect recipe.